caught me unprepared. Okay, gang, we are back with another understanding from section A2, and that is the peripheral nervous system, basically autonomic control of the peripheral nervous system. And that is what's highlighted here. But just to give you an overview again, you have a lovely diagram here to look for. It's very easy to read from top to bottom. You have the two main parts of the nervous system, main divisions: central, brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral. We're in fact going to be here now, all right? The peripheral is further subdivided into the sensory and the motor. Sensory division, as you can see, sensory neurons, motor neurons, afferent, efferent, just other fancy schmancy nerves. Words, but it's the autonomic nervous system when we're off of the motor division is where we're going to be at. So two divisions off of the motor system: the somatic or body, controlling body movements of muscles, and the involuntary autonomic nervous system, controlling the involuntary responses. All right, which is then further subdivided. Just one clue here: don't use the word automatic, even though it is kind of automatic. All right, so the sympathetic division and the parasympathetic division. All right, sympathetic nerves are the nerves that mobilize body systems. So the fight or flight versus the rest. So they are opposites, and opposite things occur. So what happens to your body when it needs to get ready to fight or to run, when you're scared, things along those lines, or when you are resting, when you are relaxing, conserving energy, i.e. rest and digest. So we'll have more on that. We're going to show you what happens, what specifically happens to the opposite portions then of the body. But specifically for the course, we looked at these three. So breathing, so what happens to your breathing rate when you're resting and digesting versus fight or flight, being able to swallow, in fact, the whole digestive system, that, and heart rate. Notice one we didn't put in there is brain, because you always need the brain. All right, so let's take a quick look at the fight and flight and the, all right, on the next page, sorry. And on the, so we take a look here. I drew a line for the bottom one there because it does stimulate sex or lack thereof. But we'll take a look at that in a second. So the fight or flight reaction. All right, so the sympathetic response on the right in green will affect the digestive system. It's going to decrease the release of saliva. It's going to decrease the blood flow to your stomach, as you can see here. All right, you don't waste your time digesting while you are scared or getting ready or in danger. All right, it's going to increase ventilation rate. It's going to increase breathing rate. It's going to dilate the airways, relax them, get them open as far as they can. It's going to heighten your eyesight by dilating your pupils, and it's going to increase heartbeat. All right, it's going to increase heartbeat. All right, down on the bottom, you're going to stimulate glucose release. Get more glucose in, more glucose into the muscles for movement, and of course the secretion of adrenaline, the fight and flight they also called. All right, so you take a look at the opposites. Oops, excuse me. You take a look at the opposites in the parasympathetic nerves: rest and digest, feed and breed. Ooh, no, see on the bottom there. Okay, so the parasympathetic nervous system controls sexual stimulation. The sympathetic promotes ejaculation and vaginal contraction. So the muscular contractions of both the male and female reproductive system controlled by the sympathetic arousal. So these two these are not opposite here. This one of these works with the other there that you see there going on. The parasympathetic increases, stimulates stomach to digest, no digest, constricts, not so you can't breathe, relax. Rest and digest, fight or flight. A quick look at the autonomic nervous system.